Hello, friends. I hope you're so well wherever you are in this right now. I have a message to share, and my intention is that it lands with so much grace and that it leads to actions of an inspired heart. So that's my intention with this message. And I absolutely love the timing that this is coming through for me to share. So, you ready for this? We are at a big precipice for the collective evolution of humanity. There has been a collective shift in the human as a whole. This evolution is through the form of consciousness, awareness, the heart, presence. Side note, it is not the woke that is used in our languaging. It's nothing to do with that at all. Quite in opposition actually. So this evolution is something that we are and have been preparing ourselves for since we chose to be a human here on this earth plane. When we chose to incarnate and be a human, we knew very specifically that there would be entities that would try to shoot us down, like a video game, like Space Invaders or Pac-Man. And we knew that going in, and we knew that they weren't going to kill us because we are eternal. So we were like, screw this, I'm gonna be a human because this will be fun. The cool thing is that as we up level in this game o' life, we help others. Literally, if you imagine playing a video game and your player gets the little mushroom or the little fire or the little star, like whatever in Mario Brothers or whatever that game was, Super Mario. He lit up, he could run faster, and he was able to, save the day much easier. We're the same. Every time we move through a stage of our own evolution, our own ascension and up-leveling, we emanate an energy that is supportive of life itself, our own and each other's, and the earth herself. So here we are, humans, choosing to be human, choosing to go through hardship and pain and suffering, not to ignore it and put our nose to the grindstone and keep producing and making money because that's the way we reach the ultimate final stage of death, heaven, whatever you want to call it, the afterlife. No, that's not the way I see it. I see it as we come here to experience these shots at us, however those shots are to you, right? In the form of in a needle from a doctor, or another relationship that failed, or a failed business, or whatever the case may be. These shoots that we get to the heart that are like, ugh, that keep us dumb, ignorant, distracted, whatever. It's not for us to ignore those things. Rather, it's for us to face those things head on, to feel the fullness of it. So maybe that's feeling the fullness of disappointment, the fullness of rage, the fullness of grief, the fullness of anger, let down, disappointment. All of the things. We are made to feel all of it. As we allow ourselves to feel it, those pew pew pews from the Space Invader kind of game, if you're imagining this still with me, we take that on. Instead of it hurting us, we actually take it on and we integrate it so that it doesn't ricochet off of us to hurt anyone else. We alchemize it. We change the bullets the weapons that are being shot at us. So we come in as human. We're going to be shot at by entities, unseen forces, seen forces, whatever you want to call it. It's not so that we can stop playing the game and be a victim. Blame others the way they're handling their being shot. No, it's for us to handle it. We chose to be in our own experience, live our own life, have our own reality. Meanwhile, back at the ranch of the collective, live all together in harmony. It's a very multidimensional game, this life thing that we have subscribed to and committed to living. So in that, so many things. I want to keep this brief. So in that, we are to feel it all for ourselves and alchemize it. Here's the thing. Some people aren't going to do that. Some people have chosen to come here and try to fight or deflect, not caring at all about the ramifications to others. They will take some of these, I'll say, shots that are being fired, and they take it on and they identify with it. They become that. They become the perpetrator. They become the aggressor. They become the abuser. They become this entity that is shooting themselves. They take over the role of abuser for themselves. Therefore, they then become that because that's then what they emanate and show up as. They will believe that they deserve to be shot at. They don't alchemize it. They just say, oh yeah, I'm being shot. It's because I was born this way. It's because I was neglected. It's because I was hurt as a child. It's because I have this color skin that these things are happening. Which is really just a pompous way to be in victim consciousness. That's all it is. I've been here. I have a full, deep awareness of all this shit I'm talking about because I've been there, I've lived it, I've moved through it, and now I see it from a totally different perspective. And that's what I'm here to share. Again, take it with a grain of salt. My intention is that it lands with grace and it leads to an inspired heart that's willing to take some action in their own sovereign life. If it's not you, that's totally fine. Here's also my point. As there are some humans that are choosing to hold the frequency of the abuser, of division, of weakness, of victimization. There are those that are choosing to play that role. I've played that role. I don't play that role anymore. There are some that are so steadfast and so committed and so devoted to being this character, this archetype. Now, how do we handle that? How do we handle that? And there's a myriad of ways that I won't go into right now. But what I do know is that even me saying there's a them and there's an us is divisive. So I drop into my own deeper awareness of these people and those people and the me's in it all. It's all the same. It's all the same. It's all the same. It's different expressions of the one that decided to fractal off and be like, hey, I'm human. I'm going to play the role of victim. I'm going to play the role of asshole. I'm going to play the role of someone that puts the fluoride in the water to keep people sick. And then there are the people that are choosing to be here that are stewards of the land, or people that are choosing to just be the guru on the mountain and be in a meditative space to hold a certain frequency. There are people that are choosing to birth multiple babies, and there are people that are choosing to not birth babies, women. And there are men that are choosing to do the work and stand up as their creator self, this higher I am presence. And then there are also men that are choosing to play the role of aggressor and controller. We're all here playing different roles. But when we really drop in to the truth of it all, is that we're all part of the same. We can go up and be like, no, this is from this soul family and this is from this soul family. Or this is what my DNA says and this is what my DNA says. And this is the star family that I'm from and this is the star family that I'm from. This is the lineage that I'm from and this is the lineage. Here's the thing. Eventually, the family tree starts with a hole. It's a tree. We're all part of the tree of life. So my invitation during these times of division and I'm right and you're wronging, notice what it is that's hitting you, that's triggering you, that's activating you, that's harming you, that takes you out of this feeling of alignment. Alignment doesn't mean I don't feel the hard things. It means that I can stay aligned in integrity with my thoughts, my words, my actions, my heart, my devotion, my purpose. I can stay in all of that in presence as me, as the I am, while I'm experiencing this game of life. As we are in our alignment, these shots that are shot at us, whatever it is, whether we recognize and realize like, oh my God, I've been poisoned my whole life. That's a big cleanup act. Or we realize that the choices that we've made have been extremely harmful to ourselves or others. There's a lot of feeling with that. Can I stay in alignment and feel the depth of that? Can I hold that in a space of deep compassion for myself? Then I'm going to have it for others, and ergo, world peace. When we do that, we change the whole reality that we're living in, y'all. This is the choice point. This is the great divide. It isn't between the Democrat and the Republican or whatever, because that's still one thing. That's still the one party. It's still a political agenda to whatever. It's can we unify in such a way that we remain individuated and interdependent. We can do that. That's what we're here to do. That's like up-leveling to the next game in this life experience. We're not done. We're eternal. We can keep living this over and over and over again, thinking that if we die, we'll come back and it'll be brand new. Not if you don't do what you are here to do and get to your highest awareness, frequency, depth, the depth of the heart, the depth of the beloved within, the depth of source, the depth of creation itself. The deeper we can go into that, the faster we change not only this reality, but the reality so we don't have to die to experience this great shift. That we can experience heaven on earth, that we can experience the 5D consciousness, that we can experience Eden here in the now. Because it's us. It's us. So I draw awareness to whatever it is that's being infiltrated, pushed into our realm of awareness, to look at and be like, how does this make me feel? How does it make me feel? Like take accountability at your feelings. But like, how do I feel with this? I feel angry. I feel judgmental. I feel like I don't understand and I feel confused, and that doesn't make me feel good. It makes me feel weak. Ask yourselves these things. Be real with yourself. Nobody hears your thoughts. Nobody knows your own truth. And then be with those feelings. Be with the depth of that. When I've recognized that I've been judgmental, it doesn't feel good. I want to ignore it. I don't want to project my judgments on anyone else because I've had that. It doesn't feel good. So we get to take true accountability for the I am that I am is, and to stand as such, to take back this power so that when other versions of ourselves are out there saying you're wrong and you suck and you don't know anything and you're voting for a Nazi and you're voting for a this, blah, 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 that you literally are like, you're unfazed. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make matter. It doesn't shift you. It doesn't activate your nervous system. It doesn't bother you. It doesn't weigh on you. You literally transcend that bullshit. Or you can get hit with it and get weighed down and whatever, and that's fine too. You do you, boo. But this is the choice point. This is it. We're ending one era and moving to the next. But the way the show ends isn't just like we're ended and next show begins. No, there will be some people that are still playing the game while others say get a new Nintendo. Some are going to be still on their Atari. And some are going to be like, but I got my Nintendo. And some are going to be like with the VR goggles. And some are going to be outside dancing in nature, realizing that nature itself is the full expression of everything. And those will be the people that will be life in form and not playing a game that another entity programmed. We become the celebrator of life, the liver of life, the creators in life, the procreators of life. And it's a choice. It's everybody's choice. You do you. So this is what I wanted to share today. I have so much more to share, but I wanted to keep this in this timeline. So I'm sending everyone so much love, blessings of love wherever you are, massive waves of grace wherever you are. And that's really it. So take care of yourselves and take care of each other. And just remember that you're loved because you're love. Okay, I love you. Bye.